So today we're going to go into topic 9. Just so you know what's going to happen, if you look at the board, we do 9-3 today and tomorrow, and then we have a quiz on Wednesday, and then we start 10. Those are all circle units, so I'm just putting them all together. Okay? So just so you know where we're at. Definition of a circle. I'm basically going to just give you the equation. Equation of a circle. And it's important to know this equation is at the origin. And the origin is what point? 0, 0? Yes? Just within, just A. Okay, so at the origin is r squared equals x squared plus y squared. What do you think r stands for? Radius. And x is x, y is y. So this one is at the origin. Well, you notice this picture is not at the origin, is it? Okay. So an equation. Actually, I will write this in a different color so you can see the different in your brain. Equation not at the origin. So it is at some h and k. Okay. And this right here, it's not hard at all. This is called the center of the circle, isn't it?
I would say so.
Okay. So that's the center also. Is r squared equals x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared. Now, if I follow my order of operations, it says I take h minus x first and then square it. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. Or I multiply out that quantity, which we'll do that also. I have a question for you. Could I just use one of these equations for all circles?
Yeah, probably.
Which one?
The bottom one.
The bottom one, because h and k would be 0 and 0, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And if it's 0 and 0, wouldn't it collapse to the first equation?
Yep.
Yeah. So if I've got to remember one of them, the one I'm remembering is which one?
Bottom one.
This one right here. Because if I plugged in h is 0 and k is 0, I'd end up with this equation, wouldn't I?
Well, I'm confused on the center part.
What about it?
0, 0.
0, 0 is like h and k.
Oh.
It's also x and
Why?
y. It's x and y of the center, so we call them h and k. Okay? So when you guys get to Algebra 2, we will be moving equations around, and we will have h's and k's in everything. And I will tell you from now on, the entire time you are in my classroom, I will not give you another equation without an h and a k in it. I won't. Okay? Because that's what moves it around the coordinate plane. And they always do the same thing. H is always left and right, horizontal, and k is always up and down, vertical, the y's. Okay, everyone got this down so I can move up on it?
Yeah.
Okay. I should probably just use the camera. Might have been easier.
Very good.
Okay, so now I'm going to use these. It says what are the radius and the centers of each of the equations. Okay. So the equation, I'm going to write it over here, was r squared equals x minus h squared plus y minus k squared, correct? And remember the center was the h and the k. And since this is a negative, that's going to be the opposite sign of what we see, isn't it? Okay? So, and this is r squared. So to get r, we'd have to take the what?
The reciprocal.
Not the reciprocal. How do you undo squaring?
Divide.
Thank you, Lily. The square root. And Jessica, the square root.
Oh, I see it there.
Okay. So we just got done doing it. The reason I was like, we just got done doing this a lot, didn't we?
No, sure.
Okay, so r squared equals 25. So what's just r equal?
25.
What? What's the square of 25?
5.
5. Now, it's actually plus or minus 5, but can you have a negative radius? No. Okay, so now there's our radius. Okay, so the center is H and K. So what's H?
What?
What's H?
What?
What's H?
The center.
Yeah, 2.
2,
And what's K?
3.
3. Now, 2 and 3 in the equation are negative, so when we pull them out, they're going to be what? Positive. If they were negative in the equation, then we pull them out and they'd be if they're positive in the equation, we pull them out and they'd be a negative. Okay, so radius squared equals what?
13.
13. So then I have to take the,
Square root of 13.
and the square root of 13, does that even simplify?
No.
Nope, so it's what? No, it's the square root of 13 is the radius. Okay, and the center is H and K. It'd be 6 and
Negative 5.
negative 5. Why is it a negative 5?
Because it's a positive.
Because it's a positive up here. And the equation was a negative. And how do you make a negative a positive? Multiply it by
The opposite.
a negative.
Yeah. The opposite.
We don't use opposite because you didn't say opposite sign.
Opposite.
Okay, so what is the equation of the circle? So now I have to go backwards. Yes?
Yeah.
I'm going to go put into here. So I need to know R and H and K. So H and K is this point right here. Wait, no, is the center. Sorry. What's the coordinate of that center?
3, 0.
3, 0. So it is 3, 0 is my H and my K. And I need to figure out my radius, don't I?
Yeah.
But I have a question for you. Can't I make this little right triangle right here? Can I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so if I know the right triangle, I can find a hypotenuse using the Pythagorean theorem, can't I? Okay. So my y is 1, 2. This one is 2. And the bottom one is what?
2.
2. So
Wait, how'd you get 2 for that one?
I counted.
It's 2 little blocks.
Look on your paper. Isn't it 2 little blocks?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So we know that the Pythagorean would be r squared would be the same thing as your hypotenuse squared, yes? Your c squared. So we have r squared equals 2 squared plus 2 squared is
4 squared. Which is 2. 8. 7.
which is 4 plus 4, which is 8. So r squared equals 8, right? But do I need to find actual r? Do I need to find actual r?
No.
Nope, because the equation is squared, isn't it? So now I just plug it in. So r squared is 8 equals x minus or plus minus 3 squared plus y minus 0 squared.
Would it matter which one?
Hmm?
Plus or minus 0.
Well, put minus because that's what the equation is, but no, it wouldn't matter because I'm going to rewrite it as 8 equals x minus 3 squared plus y squared. Because I don't need to put the minus 0 there, do I?
No.
Now, if I asked you just what r is, how would you find it?
Triangle.
No, you have r squared is what?
8.
8. So what's just r?
4. Just our
It's the square root of 8, which, Lily, is 2 square root of 2. Just like we did up here. Isn't that what we did right here?
Yeah.
And here? Okay, but that's not what I'm asking, is it? I just wanted the equation. Okay, so I'm going to do the next one. How am I going to do it?
Well, find the middle.
Find the middle. So my h and my k is
1, 2, 3,
Negative 3.
1, negative 1.
negative 3, negative 1. Okay. How am I going to get my r squared? Make a what?
Right.
Right triangle.
Make a right triangle.
You're not 4.
1, 2, 3.
I can't get my right angle there. Sorry. So it's 1, 2, 3 for my y. And how much for my
1.
1?
So we're going off the dots that are right there, right?
Yes.
That's 4.
No.
Yes.
There's
No. From the middle.
From the,
Okay. Look. I can't make my from that dot down and over. So that is 3 and 1.
I thought we were reading it like how you regularly read it for math.
Well, no, we made a triangle now, so we're just counting the lengths of the triangle. So I have 1 squared plus 3 squared, which is a total of what? 10. So my equation is what?
So we got 10.
Equals x minus 3 squared.
No, the equation is a minus, and this is a minus, so it's going to be a plus, because you're minus a negative, so it makes a plus, squared, plus,
Y plus 1.
minus a negative 1, so it'd be plus, squared. Not that bad, is it?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Chicken. You walked right into that one.
Logan feels like he's on top of the world now.
He's on.
Okay, we ready? Everyone? Michael, you good?
No. I had to like watch it. I watched how you did it. You're like,
Okay, that's fine. I get it. Okay, so now the circle Q, and we always name a circle by its center, and the symbol for circle Q is that. Okay, so circle Q has a radius of 7, is centered at the origin. Okay, so if it's centered at the origin, what's my H and my K?
0, 0.
Okay, so H, K equals 0, 0, right? Does the point negative 3 square root of 2, 5 lie on that equation? So that means that if I plug in this x and this y into the equation, it should equal both sides, right? So all I'm going to do is plug it into the equation. I'm going to plug it into r squared equals x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. And if it's on the circle, the left is going to equal the right. Got it? Okay, so what's r?
7.
7. So 7 squared equals x. What's x?
3.
Negative 3 square root of 2 minus, what's h?
0.
0 squared plus, what's y?
5.
5
Minus 0.
minus k, which is 0, squared. So I just took my x and my y, my r, and my h and my k. Whatever the h and k, I just plugged it in, right? So the left has to equal the right if they're on the same circle, if it's on the circle, right? Okay, so since it's minus 0, I just have negative 3 square root of 2 squared plus 5 squared. So remember, this square has to go to both, yes? So negative 3 times negative 3 is 9 times, and what's the square root of 2 squared? 2.
Yeah.
Plus, what's 5 squared? 25. So we have 18 plus 25 better equal what? What's 7 squared?
49.
49. Okay, well, I think I get 43 when I add them up. Do you?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
2. 1. 43.
Yes.
That is not equal.
It does not equal, right? So you draw a line through it. And negative 3 square root of 2, comma 5 is not on
Q.
circle Q.
Ooh, it's a little wacky.
Or you could say does not lie on, because lie on just means it's on the circumference of it, right?
Looks like an eyeball.
You look like an eyeball.
Are we good,
Oh, dang, what you gonna say about that?
gentlemen? I'm trying to record. Okay, determine whether each point lies on the given circle. So we have two of the same examples like we just did. Are we going to do them any different? No. Okay, I'm going to move this up so hopefully I can do them both. We're going to do this one together and the next one you're going to do on your own. Got it? Okay, so actually I'm going to kind of prompt you to go through this one. So I have negative 3 square root of 11 is the point.
Okay.
The circle is at the origin. And the radius is 2 square root of 5.
Okay.
So I just need to plug it in there, right? So what's the equation?
2 square root of 5 equals
No, not 2 square root of 5 equals 2 square root of 5 what?
square.
Weird.
So 2 square root of 5
Squared
squared.
equals.
Parentheses are important because if you don't put parentheses, you won't square the 2.
Negative 2.
Equals what, Miles?
Negative 3.
X plus 3.
Minus
0.
0. Oh, I didn't label. This is an X, this is a Y, and what's my H and K?
Oh, we gotta do
0. 2 and 5.
No,
0. Yeah, 0.
0, 0. So that would have helped, right? Okay, so negative 3 minus 0 squared plus
11 squared minus 0.
square root of 11 minus 0 squared. So can I just X out the zeros?
Mhm.
Okay, so negative 3 squared is,
Negative 9 squared.
nope, negative 3 times negative 3 miles would be positive, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay, 9 plus
11.
11, because when you square root, you get what's inside, right? And so the right is 20.
Yep.
So over here, we need to distribute the squared. So 4 times
5
5, which is 20. And you always need to leave it like this, 20 equals 20. So is it on the circle?
Yeah.
Yes. So negative 3 square root of 11 lies on the circle.
Why does it lie?
Hmm?
Lying is not good.
In this case, it is. Okay, so try the next one on your own.
Why would you lie on this?
Okay, gentlemen.
I think I might need more help. Like, figuring
Find your H and your K.
sort of,
So 6 and 3 is your X and your Y,
yes. And then 2 and 4.
are your H and K. And then 3 square root of 3 is your radius.
So the H and K isn't always going to be 0.
Nope, it's the center, whatever the center is.
Okay.
I'm going to do my work above so I don't have to lose that screen.
So does the X go with the H and the Y go with the K?
Yep,
Okay.
every time. Do you have your, Michael, look at the equation. The R squared equals X minus H squared plus Y minus K.
Oh, that's wrong.
Okay, did you get does not lie on the circle?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
Are you okay? Just keep working. So I got 27 doesn't equal 17. Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so not that bad, is it?
No.
Do you need to work with this equation every time?
Yes.
Yes. Now I didn't even do when we had the equation that was in the center and when it's not in the center. I never even looked at the one at the center anymore, did I? Because this one works every time and it's just easier to work with it and throw in zeros. Okay? Question?
So 36.
Concerns?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm